All right, guys, here's Dingo Reviews with our midweek film news.
Big news with J.J. Abrams and Warner Brothers joining team. It's a $250 million deal.
Yeah, so Jared, it looks like the rumor has it he turned down a $500 million deal with Apple to go with Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I think this is huge. It really speaks to J.J. Abrams' artistic integrity that he's considering the type of companies he wants to work with and what kind of content he wants to make. The potential for this is huge. I mean, it's exclusive content including games, TV, movies. Who knows? It could be anything.
Yeah, I think this is really great. J.J. Abrams has been one of my favorite directors for quite a while. I mean, we go back to the 90s. He created Felicity on the WB, Alias, Lost. I mean, we look into the movies. We've got Super 8, the reboot of Star Trek recently. Of course, he did The Force Awakens and Star Wars. He's got The Rise of Skywalker coming out. So going forward with the Warner Brothers, this is huge.
Yeah, not to mention, J.J. Abrams has done a lot of indie films, or I guess I would call them indie films because they didn't get a lot of press, such as Overlord, which was actually an amazing film that was overlooked in the recent last couple years. So I'm really excited to see where J.J. Abrams takes this and partnering with a studio that often does slightly more mature themed content.
Yeah, so let's see. We'll move on to the next set of news here for our Marvel fans. We've got some Marvel news coming out. Looks like Robert Jr. has agreed to sign on and reprise Iron Man one more time. So Deadline is reporting that he's going to be in the Black Widow prequel coming out in May.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this. I really want to know more about Black Widow's backstory. I think that she is one of the most interesting characters because she doesn't have many superpowers like the other superheroes do. She's just super smart and super badass. So I think this is going to be cool. I'm just hoping that it's not all depending on Robert Downey Jr. to carry the film.
Yeah, I really don't think so. I see this as more being like a cameo role, kind of like what he did in Spider-Man Homecoming a couple of years ago, where he was kind of like the mentor. I think it's going to be more behind the scenes sort of thing that he's doing. Black Widow is obviously starring Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. We've got some other people coming in, and David Harbour from Stranger Things is also starring. So again, it'll be out in May of next year. Just so everyone knows, it looks like it is set between the events of Captain America Civil War and Avengers Infinity War. So a prequel. So obviously Iron Man would have been alive at that time. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Avengers Endgame, but it's been out for a while, so I think that's fair.
Yeah, and I mean, for sure, if there's one thing we know about a Marvel film is that this is going to rake in loads of cash. So I'm actually most excited to see what the box office does on this film.
Definitely. So other news here we got going on. Toronto International Film Festival is going on the past week or so. Looks like Jojo Rabbit has won their top film honor. So I got film of the Toronto International Film Festival.
Yeah, apparently this is a satire on the Holocaust, which is different, but it's been done before, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, it seems to be kind of along the lines of, if we remember back in the day, Life is Beautiful. That was kind of a satire on the Holocaust. It is directed by Taika Waititi. He also did Thor Ragnarok a couple years ago. But yeah, like you said, it appears to be a comedy satire around the Holocaust. It's essentially a kid who is considered a Nazi, and he's fantasizing about his best friend being Hitler. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how to feel about this. It's supposed to be a comedy about a super tragedy. So I think that's what they're going for, though, is they're going for conflicted feelings. I do find it interesting that there's some really good acting talent. Sam Rockwell is going to be in this, and I think it'll be interesting to watch.
All right, so moving along here, looks like we're going to go over to the Venice Film Festival as well. So some more award news. It looks like Joker picked up their Best in Show, best film at that Venice Film Festival. And obviously Joker's generating a lot of buzz recently. You've got a lot of people who've seen it, giving it a lot of high scores, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 I've seen. So a lot of buzz around this film. How do you feel, Jer?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to see it. Mainly because I'm a big fan of Joaquin Phoenix, and also Todd Phillips is a fantastic director. I know a lot of fans of DC Comics and things are probably saying, do we need another Joker movie? Honestly, I'm asking the same question.
Well, I know for you, though, if you could watch Joaquin Phoenix sleep, you would do so. So I know you're totally excited for his portrayal of the Joker, but kind of along the lines, I think you're right. I mean, we've seen Joker. I mean, Heath Ledger did it to my liking. I mean, he's the top Joker we've seen so far that I think, but we'll see how Joaquin Phoenix does.
Yeah, and I mean, I remember that when Heath Ledger came out in The Dark Knight, most people had the same feeling. They were like, is this really what we need in a film? They were already very happy with the Joker from the 1989 Batman with Jack Nicholson. But I think that going into this with an open mind, we might see something really exciting here.
Yeah, so guys, expect our review for Joker. It does open in October, so we should have something around that time for you guys. So we'll probably end this week's movie news, our weekly movie news. Just want to shout out that we do have our Instagram, we have our Facebook, we have our Twitter. I hope everybody gives us a follow there.
Yeah, and don't forget to check out our previous reviews of It Chapter 2 and Ad Astra. Ad Astra is super exciting to take a look at, starring Brad Pitt. It's Space Odyssey film.
So yeah, we'll have that Ad Astra review hopefully coming within the next week. But make sure you either give us a like or a comment on our YouTube here. Feel free to check us out on iTunes with our podcast, and we're also on Spotify.
That's it for Dingo Reviews. Have a good one.